Welcome on back everyone to ToD Warhammer 3 and part 6 of our Malakai Makaisson Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode we are here to right some grudges against Aftergoth Iron Hand. We have ourselves a whole army of both our war units and grudge settlers, so I'm hoping we have what it takes. We're bringing a whole lot of heat to bear here. Got all Ekron's miners, which look fantastic, mind you. Love the Santa Claus colored miners. They're packing a whole lot of extra flames. We've got in fact this is way too loud, I can't hear. Screaming in my ear, Dobby. It shouldn't turn down for you all, just for me. But we've got the good old Warriors of Dragonfire Pass with their runes of Flammable. A slightly less lit up, but also still Christmas colored Rumbling Guard. Basically the Santa Claus Warriors are here to beat the brakes off of Aftergoth. Your normal Grudge Settler, Iron Guard, or Longbeards. Our Rune Lord with his... Actually, the Rune Lord... I had never even noticed that he rolls the beard up around itself. Your beard must be insanely long. Longbeard Supreme. We got the Dragonback Slayers, which were our original Dragon Slayers. They look like they've been through a whole bunch. Unless this is just blue eye paint. Which it very well could be. They also have flammable attacks. It'll have a 20% flame resistance for themselves. We've got our Engineer Dobby back manning the Goblobbers. It's funny that they don't show off the actual ammunition piled up next to them. That might be an interesting change for any modders out there. Just I don't know how they would do it, but whatever their ammunition stacks they have left would sit next to them. But then it would kind of disappear when they start moving. Be a little bit clunky probably to make it happen. Hammerers, to which everything looks like a nail. Long Drong's Slayer Pirates, who have faced off against Fishmen, so they do exist. Fishmen DLC confirmed. Now these look fantastic. Now, I don't know, if I'm starting up an old world army, I might have to wait till the Dawi are in. It'll be a Slayer-focused force for sure. Probably a Malakai inspired. We'll have Slayers and Engineers. Ulthar's Raiders, which have a pretty scary debuff to apply to the enemy, and will be chucking axes at the foe instead of normal crossbows. Let's see if we have what it takes. He's got the Grim Delvers hiding up here in the woods, because we can show these shotguns off. I got a really awesome looking shield too. With the black and it's almost a bronzy gold. It looks great. Right then, lads, let's see how they fare. We'll pull our guys up just a little bit. Shouldn't be able to flank around the rock at all. I'm gonna keep Ulthars back. They are actually invisible to start. So only Long-Drong Slayer Pirates should be visible to our foes. They're gonna stay back and wait on us. Interesting. How far away are they? That's not that bad. Let's see if we can't move up and blast apart some of these goblin laborers. They stand very close together, so they're pretty easy to blast to bits. These guys, since they stand a little bit further apart, we'll use the spread shot on. I don't want to advance them too much further than that, though. Get the line ready to adjust accordingly. Shouldn't have to advance too far. Well, that's perfect. That's actually not bad at all. Dragonback Slayers, you stay exactly where you're at. You're gonna start dodging. Even if we get a couple hits, that's more than we need. Just with a spread shot. That deals with a couple orcs there. I usually have a hard time dodging more than one, but I'm not gonna risk it. Goblobbers smash in. They're both discouraged and under fire from artillery. You might get them to rout a single hit. Those are some glorious hits. Put you back over to blasting at these orc laborers, since they think themselves brave. We'll use a bit of our ammunition. Aftergoth tinkers with his get up there. I do love the Blazing Beards of Bezrak, though. Look how good these guys look. Let's listen, if you move forward, I'm gonna have to immediately stop admiring you to start exploding you. They're happy to sacrifice a few of their laborers on the way in. Just trying to see if I can't convince them to advance. There we go. We'll put both of these models back on fire at will. And I'm going to select their targets. Blunderbusses are important. We will get to them. Alright, here comes the big Red Bull. Little Zeno, I am very ready for him. Grim Delvers down here, I'm going to try to keep hiding until we really need them. Yeah, you guys want to fall back into the blunderbusses? That works for me. She's doing a very good job of keeping the bull back with the lads, so let's bring our guys back over too. Probably keep them on not fire at will and back a little bit further into the woods so they don't get immediately spotted. Those are some good hits. Chaos Dwarves are who you're shooting at the entire time. Our front line will deal with the orcs. Good job hiding there, Grim Delvas. Slayer Pirates actually have a really, really good bit of missile strength. Well, that's glorious. Blobber, switch over to the Blazing Beards. These guys have missiles I'd rather not make it into our front line. There are sneaky gets up front too somewhere, so we'll see them right as they make it. Delver, start scooting your way up. They have the spotted Ulthar's Raiders. Go ahead and drop Great Taurus's weakness to missiles and get all the missiles firing on it. Extra armor for everyone up front here. Start torching these Hobgobbo cutthroats. Bring these shotguns on up. Flamethrower plus Ekron Miner combo is terrifying to them. Brings the boys on in. Longbeards, you need to assist the Lord. Ulthar's Raiders are getting run over. Gonna have them fall back a little bit. They're not meant for melee. As far as the rest of the Chaos Dwarves, we've kept them forward back, which is great. Big Bull is running the hills. Switch you over to probably firing at this group of Hobgobbo archers. Ulthars, you guys keep trying to fall back a little further. Long Drongs can hold the line for a moment. Keep chucking at the Blazing Beards. They are going to be a nightmare if they make it on in. Flamethrowers, we're cooking them. Give these cutthroats another dose of flame.
It is a reckoning.
Old Centaur Torwick is always scary. We'll come on over and give everyone a little bit more attack and speed. Get all three of the groups. We don't really need Ulthars, do we? Let's get these two. All the bulls back. Just drop its attack and defense, and then we'll go ahead and keep kind of buffing up our own boys here. Shotguns, don't advance any further. Please, don't advance any further, just start shooting. Axe is chucking up Astrogoth. Oh, the bull decided to switch over. Clever strategy. Flamethrowers torch this group. Let them circle over to get the Blazing Beards. We're about to chuck a whole bunch of grenades. And they have armor sundering attacks, so that bull is not enjoying that battle there. Long-range flamethrowers are a beautiful sight. You can even see the fire hitting him. It's going too far for it. And that is a glorious win. It's Astrogoth season. Look at him run! He's in the Looney Tunes run almost immediately. And we think you think we're scared of you? This is one of our proper armies, full of nothing but ROR guys. fall back there, Dragonback Slayers. We'll just let the artillery and everyone do the work. Alright, catch you in a moment. Alright, we net ourselves a close victory. We did lose a few Dawi in the fighting, so that's more grudges for the book. But we settled quite a few more. I'll try to show off some of the actual missiles the Goblobbers throw. If you haven't seen, they chuck I think it's night goblins chained up to just rocks covered in runes, which is fantastic. They do scream all the way in, as they should. We will go ahead and take the replenishment. Try to get a little bit of momentum against Astrogoth here. Astragon. He has the absolute worst of the defeat traits. Effect duration for lores of Hashut, Death, Fire, and Metal, then effect range as well for all of these. It's really only useful if you were playing as a Chaos faction, or even probably maybe Cathay? Yeah, Chaos Dwarves, other Chaos, or maybe even Cathay, if you're being generous. And then here's the thing though, we need to hunt him down, but we can't afford to, because if we try, then Astaroth here is going to have a full squad, he's going to come knocking. So we fall back. We have another turn of pretty horrible deficits. We'll have to make do, won't we? We'll go Rune of Speed and then Rune of Wrath and Ruin to explode blobs of Chaos Dwarves. They do have magical resistance the same as we do, but hopefully... I realize we don't have any defenses at Shruck at all, and we are the bulwark of the north, so that's probably a big mistake. So much so, I might need to rectify it immediately by deleting this granary. We lose some of our replenishment, but we can put in some walls. Replenishment and growth, which does stink. We're getting some of that, though, from the dock, so let's go ahead and demolish this now. We'll try to get those walls in, that way we can be the bulwark we need. This Drak is fine. Old Norse dwarves can hold that hold forever.
Demon Slayer.
Kevin, I think we're going to need you to circle back around and defend against Astrogoth, especially because Epidemius is likely to start invading soon. If you can't tell, it has been a few days since our last recording, so I'm also trying to get a little bit caught back up. I do know that we were on the back foot against a lot of our enemies here, because they were playing a little bit, well, I guess coordinated is the best way to say. Being very clever. Were there any other battles we get to real quick, just to give us more experience or gold on the fly? A couple more battles against Chaos Dwarves is going to give us just more missile strength, which is not a bad gig there. We could also just start up another adventure. And if any of them, I think we're going to start up the Goblin Hewer adventure. Although, I say that, Napalm for Gyro Bombers is hilarious. What would we need to acquire this? Oh, it's not going to tell us, huh? 3,500. Ooh, that is scary. Rig for organ guns, reload time for organ guns, so nothing else we have for our adventures gives us any gold. We finished all of those, so even though it's sketchy, we probably actually want to go for... start up with this one. So a vampire and his necromantic thralls cavort with an army of the dead, raising more and more of the world's deceased into their battle ranks from the sacred rest of their tombs. With complete incineration being the only surefire way to annihilate an undead puppet, a precise recipe of incendiary compounds must be used to utterly consume the husks in gyro bomber flame. Thus, much fielding testing will be required to ensure the fleet's readiness for much more flammable payloads. To replace our normal bombs with fire bombs. You only get 3 of them, but that's all you really need. These are terrifying. So in order to do that, we just need to get 1,000 kills of gyro bombers. Fight 1 army with a spellcaster. Ward save sounds awesome. 5 battle against the vampires of any kind. 4 gyro bombers gives us 5,000 treasury, and then magic attacks and oath gold. Sweet. Next time we'll go ahead and read the flavor text for that, because I don't think we get to once you start it. Yeah, because they've got a little bit of a text that starts off the actual adventure itself, and I do like to read those. So the legendary battle here will be facing off against some Vargeists and some Normie Skellies. We'll get the Crimson Gemstone. Dark Protection, the Hunger. So we're turning one of our dwarves into a vampire? I mean, a dwarf and vampire sounds terrifying. Then we get flaming bombs for the Spirit of Grugny and all Thunderbarge units, which is glorious. And not overpowered at all.
Innovator.
Not even a little bit. Man, I am tempted to go for the more movement range. What does the upgraded airship frame give us besides nothing? More Dragon Slayers and more recruitment capacity, so we are instead going to go for the engine room whenever we're able to, because if we do it now, we'll be bankrupt. Alright, we need more battles soon. Outpost with the Urson Revivalists? I don't think so. Does anyone want me to join them in any wars? We already have so many, but... And we need some money. Etain, I will join your war with Noctilus.
I will grant you the respect due to an envoy, nothing more.
No grumping. I don't want to hear it. I'll join your war with Dreadfleet and Scourge of Cain. Actually, just the Dreadfleet, and you will give me money. Okay, so little, but we'll take it.
Very well.
Now scurry back to your hole in the ground. We'll just have you not be mad at us for when it's time to destroy the donut.
Hear me roar.
We're at war with everyone he is.
Obey.
Everyone Castalton is. And you were also fighting the Sarl up north. Or I guess over to the west here. As long as we maintain our distinct advantage capturing the Norscan settlements, we should be able to retake the... Where is it at here? I think it's just called the Chaos Umgi. Yeah, the Umgi of Chaos. So we need to get Monolith of Bjorkul the Bloody Hand, Grayling Moot, and Doomkeep, which we are almost there. We don't have any underway network travel yet, but when we do, the cooldown will be reduced by 3 turns, and we'll settle 2,500 grudges. Which right now, we need to settle 10,000 grudges, which is more than we've totally settled total for the entire campaign. I'm excited. It does increase every time you get up to the max tier, so that makes sense to me. Gorm. Well, Chaos Dwarves.
Can I help you?
We have backhanded you at least once. What say you? Dwarf Tinkerer's Shop. I think here at Wreck Track would be a really good idea. Problem is, we don't have any boosted income there at all. So how much would it be to upgrade the Forbidden Citadel? So much money. Yeah, I don't like that at all. We're going to do any of our upgrading over here at Dartrocken. We're going to convince Astrogoth and Astereth to come over together. I think we can take them. Let's get through here and give that the turn. We can recruit up some gyro bombers, but I am not going to this turn. We can't afford that kind of deficit.
Trap shut, if you will.
Trap shut, if you will. This level cooperate with you, though it dilutes our purity. Brother, you better relax. He wants a non-aggression pact, we'll take it. Although you better stop fighting other Kislevites factions. That needs to cease. Ruler's prejudice. The Great Orthodoxy. Yeah, they really don't like one another. We'll take the non-aggression pact, though, because I'm not trying to have Castalton and his bears randomly decide they want to attack us. He is an aggressive sort. That's why I've been giving all of native Kislev land back to them. Alright, the Sarl are attacking Winterpire. It's going to give us a valiant defeat, and this one's going to be very tough. I'm not willing to let him have it without a fight, though, so let's go ahead and take the field. Hopefully Dobby Armor can hold the day. Walker here is going to be an issue, but if we can deal with all his lads and scare him off, we may have a chance. To the field. Alright, someone's car backfired outside, so no gunshots, just exploding engines possibly. Where are we going to put the boys? Probably just back here behind this rock as cover. Yeah, there's not anywhere else that we can kind of force them in such a small fighting area, so we'll go miners up front. I actually have our armor piercings. We'll go shield warriors up front. Explosive miners defending them. We don't have the shield wall formation just yet, so pull the Norskins in as much as we can. Then the miners will be in charge of or to flanking if possible. Pretty huge if possible, but we'll still try it. Carl's in the very far back. Hopefully they've got line of sight. Alright, that's what we got. Let it begin. Come on over, Rebel Norskins. Let's throw hands. Actually, these guys aren't even rebels, are they? This is just a really small army of the Sarl. What's really great is the fact that the Sarl are actually a pretty clever Norscan tribe, where they're doing everything they can to distract us from fighting their previous liege. Ooh, we get to see that guy's inner workings for a moment, and I am not here for that ever again. Dwarves actually might be made of chaos. This orange color is exactly what I would have for my armies. Maybe not for the actual surcoats, but definitely for the accents and stuff like on their shields. Alright, Norskins, what's the plan? Oh, here they come. Glorious. In fact, we're going to bring you back behind them. We'll let them stack up as much as we can, and then I'm going to drop the grenades. And here they come. Well, one set of miners being able to charge. On through, miners. Seal that gap. Just fall back a little bit more. Although they're in range, so stop falling back and start blasting. Probably actually the best idea to go after the Lord, so let's get the one volley in. That's a lot of damage. Good job, lads. Burn rounds, you're not chucking grenades randomly. Got more units than we do. Alright, here they come. Keep blasting that Lord. You guys charge them. They're gonna think themselves smart. Chuck those nades and the spears in the back. That should coat everyone else in explosives too. Gotta be a good one. That's not bad. Not bad at all. You guys turn and assist this group. That's all the nades they've got, so let's bring them around and help out over here. We're gonna weaken them as much as possible. Comes a minor inconvenience. Go ahead and have these miners blast away at the Norscan Warhounds that are already thinking about fleeing. There they go. A little bit more damage we don't have to worry about. We're gonna start shooting into this group of marauders then. Thank goodness for Dawi armor. If we had state troops, they would have already broken probably about a minute ago. Norscan would have crashed in and that would have been enough. Alright, the Hounds are back, unfortunately. Let's have the Quarrels pick the same targets. We're gonna scare these Warhounds off, that way they can flee right off the map. Shield Wall is even more important here. Could be really easy targets there. Some of these guys in the back don't have good line of sight, do they? So they've decided they need to push through. That group of Warhounds should be turning and running, and then we can focus together on... We did this a little bit earlier. Hindsight 2020. Come on, miners. We're gonna get unlucky and they're not gonna run off the side. That's a bit unfortunate. Fire on these Warhounds next. Oh, we lost that group there. No, that looks like that's gonna be it. Inside both of them up together if we're not lucky, so pull them back a little bit, because they will try to push through. Stop them and then turn to start firing. You guys do the same.
They have wronged us.
Now, do we lose this group? Yeah, it's just one fighting. The Warhounds are back. Yeah, we could have had him. A little bit better micro with our crossbows. We probably could have had him. All we need to do is cheering and battle cries and more swinging. Interesting, you guys decided just to charge directly towards them when you have perfect line of sight here. These miners are back. Bring them back on in. Drop those warhounds up for a moment because they should be the first to flee when they take a little bit of damage. You make sure you hit these warhounds. I don't want them coming back. Please get your shots in. They're not using all their ammo. We have so many grudges unsettled. However much ammo they have left. They're gonna come back, but hopefully we can just get a good rear charge there. Good job, crossbows. Let's go ahead and move up to the side. Yeah, we just lost the Lord. We're gonna fire on these marauders next. Those are the ones that are broken. Before you get into the line, go ahead and charge these hounds down. Pickaxe to the back of the head is gonna hurt. It actually did go right through one of these shields. I think we should get a shield breaker added to the miners with pickaxes. They're not great in melee, and that's not what they're supposed to be. Give them a few extra, I don't know, specialist abilities. Drop the shield guy, the spear guys up. Should be easy. Oh, they actually lost that duel with the warhounds. Lord's back. Warhounds are charging our crossbows. We lost the last of our miners. And that looks like that's going to likely be it. Well, they lost their warhounds completely. Norskins don't tend to care about hound dogs fleeing, though. Oh, they turned around. That was a mistake. We got miners coming back once more. It's not over yet. They're trying to break these infantrymen here, which is fair. Burnt fire. Don't worry about your own health. We get them on army losses. That's still a win. I see no Norskins. Come on, guys. Just blow on them a little bit. Here come the miners again. Ah, wait, well, he got some serious damage there at the end. Is he gonna hold on by himself? They started to waver, but now they're not anymore. Man, I thought we could have had him. Nope, the three little Norskins who could. They're just gonna roll around and try to take up their attention now. Very good idea. I've never seen the AI do this before. Where their job is to just keep them distracted and wiggling around so they get chopped up.
This brute must be satisfied.
It may also be on pursue mode. We're done. Speed that on up. Hang on now, warriors rallying. Hold the line there, Walker. We'll still speed it up. Unfortunately, the only ones that wanted to turn and fight were miners. To the bitter end. And even though we fought to the bitter end, man, we didn't do that well. They've got all their units still here, so they'll be able to replenish up in about one turn because of how Norsk is. Let's see the plan. They sack it and go out to sea. Yoy. Alright, you want a peace treaty, Sirthak. With you, I'll go ahead and take one. Chariot armies are going to build up. Oh, a stranger comes. We can either grant the request for a little bit of undivided corruption plus 10 in all provinces, or use this creature. 3,000 gold is tempting, but we're going to refuse. Oh wow, you took a lot with you. Yeah, the strategy of just hide and hit the side settlements is not what I'm a big fan of.
Malakai Makaisson,
Okay, so Kevin, we're gonna have you.
Demon Slayer.
Can't quite reach the altar of spawns, so just go in the underway. Oh, we went a little bit too far. Such is the way. And then we'll just have Malachi.
I'll figure it
We're not
out.
gonna be able to catch Walker, and he's likely just gonna hit Winterfire next turn, so we're gonna be forced to chase him down towards the Forbidden Citadel, which we're not going to leave open.
I'm on it.
Malachi, you just hit the Monolith of Flesh once more.
I can't wait. Bring those cannons to bear.
Auto-resolve that one, and we will... Man, I don't think we want to occupy it at all.
Get the gold.
That's also getting rid of the faction. So we've got the Skolder Guard and the Nordgrimlings. And a Prospector.
I what?
So you know what, yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of Throg's faction.
Let's give them something to remember us by, eh?
That's Wintertooth and one less enemy on our borders. We have... We're in a bad spot, aren't we? Got the armies to deal with it, but we just need to actually move in and get it done. And since most of our enemies are content with hiding in the background and doing nothing,
If you say
it's a little bit more difficult. They're all coming after us, too. I wouldn't be surprised if Vecteat goes through the underway to go after Hellpit. I think we can hold Hellpit from the likes of the Skaven, but still be pretty challenging. Ulthur, you come on out.
I'll cast the runes.
Don't go too far away, because we need to be able to defend in case. Let's go for an ambush.
Lord of
After that last battle, you've earned yourself an upgraded name. The original. Okay, it's Sarkraken. We can afford walls, and we're absolutely going to throw those in. It'll also convince the enemies to come on up and try to fight us, too. And building upgrades here for Malakai's airship. We really can't afford right now. So for now, we wait. Even though I love more Dragon Slayers.
Slayer. What?
Malachi will go Iron-Willed and on over towards... You don't actually have anything that helps out with our upkeep. Oh no. Inquiring Mind will.
Better tooling. Better guns.
Anyone want to trade with Malachi?
At your service.
Etain possibly later on.
I am
More likely though there'd be the
Alarian
Lamian Sisterhood, which is never happening. That's a grudge. 0 total enemies slain with gyro bombers.
Follow at your peril.
Don't worry, we'll fix that soon.
Greatest inventor.
We can get rid of our normal gyrocopters because they're basically the same style damage where it's armor piercing single entity. Get rid of the normal gyrocopters and replace them with gyro bombers. And we've got ourselves a nice spread.
My goodness.
Actually, in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these 3. Make room and drop our upkeep by a little bit. Malakai's army is so strong at this point that I'm not concerned.
What?
Would have really liked Kevin to be able to replenish, but that's not gonna be the way here. We will skip through all of our damage buildings too because we can't really afford them, except for maybe the repair here at Monolith of Flesh. That's so much gold. Just repair the one, and then we'll end the turn. Hopefully our ambush pays off. Alright, we are on aggressive defense mode. Glad Walker has decided to retreat back into the Altar spawns. Oh, Beastmen raids at Hellpit. Herds of Chaos are active. The Beastmen emerge from the forest and raid your more isolated settlements, bringing ruin and taking captives. I guess we didn't give them any of our grape shot cannons, otherwise they would have been just fine. Kevin? Destroy.
Quickly. Have an oath to...
Good boy. Go ahead and give the Dragonhide cloaks over to you, lads. Glittering Scales is hilarious. And then the Ancestor Rune can go to... Let's say we'll try this on our Flamethrower guys, because how we were thinking this works from our streams is this doesn't work for the unit in that you give this to, but everyone in range is going to have extra charge defense, extra vigor, and then they can't die. So if we put this on a unit that's in the middle of the group, everyone around them then that's defending them is going to be much stronger. That's the idea. Still auto-resolve this one because that's not very many Norskins and they deserve it. And we will stack the settlement to extract all we can from them. We're gaining quite a few extra ancillary lads to help out with our upkeep and income too, so really good stuff.
Bane of demons.
Bane of demons.
Everything was drawn once.
This belongs to me now. Control 3 provinces. 1,000 more treasury and an obsidian amulet. Here at the altar of spawns, we need to do whatever we can to go for our extra control. Extra control.
Hey up.
Well, if we get a rebellion, I take that back immediately. If we get a rebellion, we can punch them in the face and take their goodies. We have to make sure we're there for it.
The ancestors agree.
The ancestors agree. Alright. Kevin will give you Mason. Trying to continue down your blue line as well.
Hey up.
Oldor Blackbeard. One of our 2 riflemen. Let's continue to go for triangulation where we can. And then we're going to make both of these Master Engineers snipers. We'll have another army that's focused around Grudge Rakers and actual Grudge Raker units too. But for them will be snipers. As soon as we can ally with the Empire, we'll give them also some Hockland long rifles. So we blasted the enemy back a little bit. We could move up to the Bilious Cliffs and sack. Which I think I'm going to. We're going to do some raiding on Chaos. I don't see... We have made friends with the Varg for a moment, and at the... Also for the moment, Malakai, or not Malakai, but... the Blue-Eyed Wonder, Wolfric, isn't going to be trying anything yet, so we'll come on out. Settle some grudges at the Bilious Cliffs. And I do so while also giving myself a couple gyro bombers for good measure. 225. It'd be the most barely, but I want 2 of them.
You're with me, lads.
You're with me, lads.
Glorious death. Time for a wander.
Glorious death. I'd love to see some Dawi naval supremacy too, because their boats look terrifyingly powerful. Alright, problem is we sack the settlement and we're going to be sitting here for a turn. But let's do it. So this one we are going to fight, no matter how goofy it might be. Onward. Okay, so for this one, Malakai's job is to be shooting toads. We're going to see just how many toads he takes down in this battle before they make it closer. There's 24 of them, and his job is just to blast the frogs. He's going to stand up front. Nurgle takes forever to actually make it on over, so let's get him as close as we can. And Gotrek and Felix will just be on guard duty because he wants to be on a toad safari. Perfect. We'll have Snorri defending our artillery, which we're just going to put up over on this side. And it's going to be our grape shot cannons, of course. Because of course it is. Spread them out a little bit so they don't blast one another. We gotta pay extra for that. They're able to see, right? And not really, so we'll probably scoot them up when the battle starts. We'll do organ guns. Normally like to put the organ guns on the flanks, but we really don't need to, so we'll just put them over here. And we'll just bully the poor nurgly boys on their way over. Doom Seekers, your job is to keep them safe. Slayers all defending them there. We'll have Pistoliers just in case anyone gets too close, which I really doubt we're going to have an issue with. Copters on defense mode, and we're also going to try to get as many kills with the gyro bombers as possible. So, while Malakai has his goal of dealing with toads, the gyro bombers are trying to take out everything else. Ulrika, you can hang out with the organ guns as well. Keep them safe. Alright, let it begin. Malakai, get those toads. Bring the bombers over towards the middle here. First shot away. That's one toad down. They're actually moving pretty quick. Malakai, hurry. Second shot away. Alright, I guess the bombers are gonna help. Would you guys calm down? That's Malakai's job. Yeah, the cannons are on normal cannon mode. Switch them over to grape shot. And we'll just start get some bombing runs going. A yoink. You go from having 11 bombs to having 3 napalm ones. That's how strong the napalm bombs are. How's Malakai doing? Down to a few toads left. Keep bombing these Darklings here. Stop their movement for a moment. 15 left. Well done, Malakai. Give him the old cluster bomb.
Let's see how this goes.
Haven't even made it up into range of the super mean shot yet. We'll just move the helicopters in. Drop some more bombs. There we go. That's the old grape shot damage I know and love. Come on back there, bombers. Have to let the field artillery do their damage. They have 1 cannon still on cannon mode. That could have been the organ gun starting to fire too. It's glorious. Oh, you're caught between gyro bombers and grape shot. Death is the only way out. These Darklings nice and brave, they made it a little bit closer. Only to meet Ulrika's Pit of Shades. How unfortunate. Ulrika, don't turn around. Get Jay, they have a little about face. Yeah, there's no escaping there, we even need the Spirit of Grungni. Malakai managed to deal with all of those toads solo. Solo, of course. 12 kills is maybe tattling on him, though. Alright, we're in your house now, Chaos. 0 losses for that first battle. We will sack the Bilious Cliffs. Mash and grab, lads. We get ourselves a plague for that one. No, we don't. We can go into an airship camp. Avoid any kind of nonsense there. But still be having a pretty nasty deficit in our income. So Kevin, we need you to get moving after claiming this settlement back. Epidemius is going over to bully Boris, so we can either help or just continue to try to shore up our defenses on this side. There's lots of Norskins over here we need to deal with. But I think getting into a fight with them before we're ready is a serious mistake. Tower of Crack. How well is that defended? Pretty well. The Dwarves can hold a settlement better than most. Sarl encampment will go for gold. Just anything that can make us more money at this point. Repair Winterfire. We be very careful what we're repairing as well. We want to make full gold from the settlements. I'm not going to repair the Winterfire because it's repairing itself, and I will just go ahead and upgrade Forbidden Citadel. I won't repair the Monolith of Flesh either. Slow going. But you already finished. Oh, fighting a 1 army with a Spellcaster Lord. I didn't think the cultists counted, but we'll take it. Extra reward save for our Gyro Bombers. 33 only. We only got 33 with them that battle? Wow. Plague Bearers are so tanky. Fight a couple of undead armies that are specific, and then fight with some regions with Vampiric Corruption. Yeah, we do need to be out of the area we're currently in to be making full use of this. Map turned a little bit, so we're looking what it should be. There.
Vengeful Rune Lord.
They're all just kind of clumping up together. Alright, Ulthar, your job is to sit here and be terrifying. We did a pretty good job of it, too. I wish we got the gold. We could go for 1 more upgrade in Shark's Rocket, but that is making that really dangerous in case we lose it. These buildings will all fix themselves, no problem. We'll play a little bit dangerous. Skip on through here. Skill points for Gotrek and Felix. Any kind of boosting income? Probably not. And we'll just go for... Probably hard to hit. Make him a bit more tanky. Got all of Felix's uniques, besides the good old Spell Resist and Missile Resist. So we'll just come on over and give him a little bit more Blade Shield. Followed by Woundmaker.
It's me.
Snorri also has his uniques done. Resolute is 15 more charge bonus, which is great, but not as good
a little
as
bit of luck and a whole lot of black powder.
just more damage, I think. We got some pretty good stats. Ulrika, I'm going to grab Magic Reserves on, because we don't have much for Malakai's force. Awesome stuff. We need more money. Very badly. Lord not moved. Oh, Ulthar. You need to be defending Shruck with your life, so let's come on up a little bit further. Don't have the gold. Alright. That's another turn. Alright, Ulthar's ambush was foiled this time. We do have the King's Share, so we'll be gaining more Oath Gold from our buildings, and Zektik's going to do the old strategy of going around us. Why are you taking attrition? Cannot be sustained. Well, hang on now, we aren't bankrupt yet.
Yes.
Without supplies to sustain them, really? We're not bankrupt yet.
My anger burns bright.
That's messed up. Alright, well, all of our army's gonna now be just taking some aggressive attrition. Let's start kicking out then. Man, that's a tough call. Let's see if we can get some more gold back, but I guess we're kind of in trouble now, aren't we? We're bankrupt, and we've got no way to deal with it. Except for getting rid of one of our armies. Huh. We're in trouble, aren't we? They've done a good job of bleeding us without actually coming in to fight. Which is working out. Not a lot we can do about it either. There's no armies nearby that we can immediately throw hands with.
He wants it done right.
Go ahead and combine up these Slayers into one on both sides there. I mean, we're giving us the attrition, or again, maybe it's just telling us this is what's going to happen if we don't fix it. So let's get rid of these gyrocopters as well. Hurts me a bit, but we will replace them. Well, no, we need these guys. We'll replace the organ guns. They cost a lot. There's a reason they cost a lot, but all right, still haven't quite gotten above the threshold, and we're stuck unfortunately, stuck in chaos territory here. Normally is a good thing.
Aye, the guild kicked me out. I was sure it wasn't going to explode.
There's not a lot to be gained from sacking any of these settlements here.
All right.
For some reason, we've lost a little bit of our movement. All sorts of weirdness going on here. We can still thankfully transport, but we're at 71% movement range.
Kill them. I'll invent.
Alright, I mean, to fix this, we could just go for the organ guns, can't we? Because we've pretty much got all the stuff done. We're then getting rid of our organ guns in this squad, which is really sad, but we don't have any of the actual ammunition or the upgrades for them right now. So if anything can be sacrificed right now, it's probably the organ guns, no matter how much I don't want to.
Need to make room for artillery.
Alright, that gets rid of the attrition.
Doom Chaser.
Having to cut down the army that much is not fun.
Aye.
It's all these ROR guys we've got. Yeah, we just come in and fight us like I think they're supposed to. We can get our gold back. So you guys are going to cost 268. Is there any that are cost more than that I can trade these bombers in for? The Grumbling Guard are great, but what if instead we use bombers? And then we get rid of one of those engineers? Man. Negative 137. We may just have to sit with this for a turn. Kevin, I'm going to need you to get aggressive. But towards whom? I don't know. We may just need to start claiming more land. So, Wulfric's down here fighting in their territory. We go start a fight with him. Sack as many settlements and take what we can before he gets moving on up towards us, because here at the Tower of Crack, where it's a tier 2, it can defend against most things, but not Wulfric and his mammoths. We'll try to make some money while we can before he's back
More movement.
That's
less
so
punching.
spooky. And just because of the way the AI seems to be coordinating across all of their factions here. So we need to respond in kind.
Bane of demons.
Are you making me any gold by being alive, sir? You're just increasing mobility? Well, for now, my friend, I might have to get rid of you. Let's see if we can't increase up any gold with our ancillaries. So you can just get a student, which is not great.
To doom them.
Now we're getting a whole bunch of extra Coopers and things. We just got the one.
The bomb. You count to
Slayer Ward only goes to the Lords, right?
5 if you get
Yeah, unfortunately. You have one, correct?
Slayer.
Each of you? Good, good. Yeah, none of the other gold-making ancillaries are going to matter for you since you're so far from home. What about you,
What do
Walther?
want?
You've also got a Slayer Ward, and then pretty much everything you can have.
We're
Let's sell a few of these Slayer Wards.
to the done with his wards.
Get a few of those guys out of there, make some money. And we're kind of out of luck here. But I think for now, Kevin, you don't need this third engineer. We're going to go ahead and get rid of him.
Doom is yet to come.
He's hardy, but he's also expensive. And we need some gold to be punched out of
Innovator.
chaos first. So I'm going to start rampaging my way. Now we need to get on towards home, don't we? I wanted to rampage my way around in the wastes here, but really, we can't get back out to sea very easily?
For a glorious day.
Because the bilious...
What?
Okay, Malachi,
Nope.
what are you doing?
We'll make
Just
it
wasting the
right
turn?
for
Fair
the
enough.
ancestors.
It said to attack the cliffs, and you went all the way around it.
The guild kicked me out.
That makes
I was
sense.
sure it was the goodie.
So that's a whole wasted turn. That's great. Especially this far, where we're at right now. Ulthar,
If you say so, be
I
it.
really just need you to defend the line. If I could lure them in, that'd be awesome, but we don't have the walls just yet, so... That means there's no point in just sitting here and waiting, so we'll jump out, go into ambush, and see if we can't draw them in. This is 100% gross. I build any kind of gold building, producing buildings. Freak Maker, just do it. Just do it.
Doom chaser.
Alright, another turn. Before I do though, let's see if we can get any trade agreements going.
Right.
Ulf ones.
Kislev.
Just no.
Tyrion.
We might have. We got a little bit too many wars right now. We just need to start chunking some of these enemies down. Come on in to face me, cowards. And they're seriously just going to sit here and raid. Yeah, there's not much I can do about that. That's hilarious. Nice strategy, Vecti. You jump through, split my difference, and if I come to face you, I leave Shock Trocken undefended. And there is almost a 100% chance he runs away. We have enough movement though to come back if we need to, so let's go to try to chase Vectique off. He of course runs away even though he has more troops than me, because he would get absolutely stomped. We'll come on back in to march into Shock Trocken, and we'll continue to play this game. Malachi, sorry my friend. Forest of Decay, I think, is their initial starting capital, so I'm just going to come over here and do some damage.
The past is the past.
We are on Operation Bone Nurgle, which is a bad time for everyone. Let's go ahead and grab... We need money right now, so... I think it's Toolmakers Guild, because I don't know how many mines we have right now.
Attention. Only thing that's kept
None that are up and running. Everything's damaged.
dishonored.
Evan? We need to start sacking some
What?
settlements. We also kind of need you over here throwing hands with Astrogoth. War on 3 fronts is not very safe. We're gonna go for it. Let's underway stance.
Two may lie below.
March up to the Starling encampment. From there we can hit the Naglfari plain. We just need to do some damage and get some gold back into our
Follow it, you.
pocketbooks here. 14 positive. We don't need any rebellions right now. growth. Income from buildings plus 5%. We still have that really negative 4 turns before a rebellion. Try to fix that with venerating the ancestors. And we don't play and control the Bay of Blades. That's something we need to fix right away. Alright then. Another very nail-biter of a turn. Okay, so your strategy is going to go after my weak settlements. Oh boy. Alright, we need to fight the vampire counts and get a settlement up to tier 5. So now, we really can't fight the Sarl. We don't have the ability to, because otherwise Vecteek's just going to move in and start taking out my smaller settlements that are already destroyed. This is a whole lot of fun. Astrogoth, you want peace? You do not. Rats, do you want peace? You do not.
Master of
He's just stacking up 2 full stacks before coming to fight us. Alright, that's how it's gonna be, huh? Well, then we will sack the Forest of Decay here.
Let's give them.
I'm gonna just give that one to the auto resolve. We will sack it for almost nothing. That's what we get out of their provincial capital, their entire, says, I guess, faction capital? Interesting. Alright, we're gonna grab Inspirational Leader for Malakai, run up to take down Malignants of the 7 Boxes, and this is what we'll start off our next episode with, is a battle here against Nurgle. We're going to fight this one because even against that last battle there, it took out a ton of our Doomseekers and Slayers, which just means they weren't using our artillery and other missile units properly. So we will start the next battle off against Malignants. Thank you all so much for stopping by today's Malakai episode. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like for Like God and a sub for the Sub Throne. I'll see you on the next one.